Yeah. Yeah. See, the lights look almost art deco or Washington.
Probably modern, but
Pretty.
you ever been
Oh,
in it?
yes.
Yeah.
I walked past it.
I hadn't really been in
Haven't
there.
been in
Yeah.
That's where Sue has trouble with the mouse until she wants to throw it across the room. Okay, you've got 5 more minutes till you can call things to order. And I think you're going to end up with Cole participating by Zoom tonight. Jake is not available. He had a conflicting appointment. And I haven't heard from Cassie, so. You're doing all the talking, so I'm doing the note taking.
There is one point where you might want to talk because in a previous one, the Kennedy house, it said that the kitchen wasn't the only reason it was a historic home. So I'm assuming you know the people behind this, so you might want to read.
Absolutely. Okay. So how have you all been? We haven't done this for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally retired fully and
Yay.
yeah,
Congratulations.
I'm bored out of my mind.
Seriously?
Want to be bored out.
Yeah, give me a chance.
I'd like to try that on.
My kids hate it because I look around for things to do. And it's usually things they don't want me to do. Trying to go.
She pointed on it.
Hi.
Hi, Cole.
Well,
Sorry, I never actually got an email that had the link. I just got the packet in the mail, so I just had to manually type in the web link. That's why I was like, is there gonna be a thing?
We knew you had skills.
The ability to type.
Yeah,
The
link,
bar is low.
if I mess up again, the link should always be on the city calendar on the meeting
Oh,
page. So,
okay.
yeah.
we were all scrambling this time. Holiday kind of threw everything off.
Yeah.
Still got a couple minutes to wait, see Cassie.
Yeah. Yeah, we can put Cole's nameplate up here under the TV screen. So who's going to the rodeo? Anybody?
I'm gonna try one day at least.
Yeah.
If I feel up for it after Saturday.
My sympathies are kind of with the animals, so I kind of enjoy rodeo as much as maybe some people do.
I root for the cow roping. Go.
Yeah.
I found out that Oakdale's doing the old mill days tomorrow or Saturday too.
Yeah.
So
If you look on this side, it'll be easier if I talk to them.
I wanted to go down there and check out that.
Okay. The mill isn't operational, is it?
No, it's very, very derelict. In fact, it was for sale, being very derelict, but it's just like like somebody walked away and just, oh, there's still equipment in there and like, I want it. So yeah, I was trying to convince my wife that we needed to buy that and make it into our house. She didn't think they were young enough to tackle a project at this point in her life. She's always been my voice of reason, but I don't have to go without kicking and screaming sometimes.
Okay, it's 5:30. Call to order for the meeting for today. Introductions. I don't know who you are, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I am one of the petitioners, Andrew Oster.
Oh.
The Kennedy House. Outlaw House. I'm not sure that the naming seems it's different on different paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah. Malmo-Kennedy or. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing else for that. And we don't have citizen participation other than the applicant.
No, not yet.
Yeah, so the minutes from April 9th.
They're gonna be postponed till next meeting. We didn't get
Oh,
around.
okay, that's
Yeah.
okay.
So we'll do April's and July's minutes next meeting.
There's no old business. So new business will.
Well, I didn't know if I was second on these. I didn't actually.
I don't know if we want.
I looked at mine as the agenda, but
Andrew Oster's Kelly House will be first.
yeah.
Oh, certificate of appropriateness for kitchen remodel. 105 West 6, Almo County.
You want to start on the staff report?
Yeah.
And sorry, Cole, I'm not going to be facing you quite as much, so I apologize.
It's the box. You talk to the box. I don't,
All right.
as long as I can hear you, I don't care.
Sounds good. So the proposed work is on the exterior and interior because the applicant is proposing to add a second bathroom to the southwest side of the house. It'll be 8 foot by 10 foot. It won't be visible from either side of the streets when coming across the corner.
That's the Kelly House.
Yeah, the Kelly House. Yeah, we're doing the Andrew Oster first. Oh, I had it mixed up. Yep, sorry. My bad.
Unless you bought it.
Oh, no. I'm fine waiting.
No worries. I just copied some of these and I mixed up the paperwork. So this one is for the interior property is a dated kitchen. You can see from a lot of the pictures that has a specific oven in there, and the oven's kind of like a side by side. And one of the reasons why they're proposing this is to make new appliances for an oven, new room for a newer fridge. And so the interior work would, because they also have limited storage space, there is usable cabinet space, and the cabinets are one of the reasons why it was put on the home. So that's just important to note for a second. But the range is really old. The components don't work.
I had one of these for the house I owned out in the valley.
Yeah, and so
Greatest oven I ever had.
I'm not sure what year it's from exactly, but I think it's probably from this.
My house was
Whether it's
built
from
in
the 50s or from,
56,
I'm not
and it was
sure if it's the 50s
original.
or 70s, but it's been there
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Yeah.
geez, so it might even be the original and it's still held up.
It's possible. I mean, one of the, I guess, concerns is I don't know long-term safety of it,
Right.
but I mean, right now it's sort of kind of quasi function. It's actually more functional than I thought initially, just because it's the old steel coils, everything. But it's a weird width. It's
Yeah.
40. It's 40
Mhm.
inches rather than even the
36.
36.
Yeah.
So it makes for kind of a funny footprint.
Yeah.
And access to the kitchen every single door space there is like 28 or less. And so it's getting things maneuvered in there is problematic. And actually going from the dining room to the kitchen, that's the worst because I'm not sure how much in the slides. Whether
Are you talking about this?
yeah. So there, the left hand to the range is almost where the walkway is. So it's a very kind of tight space. Then the door, the main door to the exterior of the kitchen is, I think it's a 28-inch. You know, it's not up to the current code. Yeah, it's nice door. I mean, I like the aesthetics of it, but it's not very functional.
Oh, you were
Well,
changing the door as well?
Oh, well, I mean, I think so, it's like one of the, we're right now with the mock-ups or the idea would be if you go to.
Because that would be my apology. So I didn't know you were doing the door, and I was wondering why that one was in there, and I thought it might have been a mistake.
One of the pictures, I wasn't sure if there's, are these on slides as well, or?
No, we don't have a slide presentation.
Okay. No, I included a picture.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. My apology. I thought it was a mistake that you put it in there because I didn't think it was part of the kitchen.
Well, I guess there's right there. So I put this, the back. The back wall looks like this, and then here, this wall is, here's the dining. This is like, I guess you'd call it a kitchen nook. It's not quite a leavable space. There is a window here and a door here, approximately.
And that's on this blue.
That is not on that. That is, so one of the things that we would like to do, thinking about trying to maximize, well, actually, before we get into that, look at the motivation. Go to the original pictures of the kitchen. Do a quick mock-up here.
If you want, I can run and go print out that picture of the door.
You get two moments here. So right, I did drafting for a number of years in high school, just didn't go doing the architecture for a degree. But one thing to note here is that this space of the cabinet is unusable. Pretty much, there's almost like no access.
Next to your range,
Right.
well, there's over by the refrigerator.
Is there actually space in there?
There is there's kind of a weird opening thing over on this side, but there's space.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you can throw in some Tupperwares and kind of quasi
So
access
you
them.
crawl in there?
Yeah.
Well, you get your child to do it.
So these two
We appreciate the Tupperware being historically accurate.
Yes.
Yes.
These sections of the cabinetry are pretty much unusable. I kind of do like the looks of this peninsula, but it's not really functional. I'm not sure if it's completely original either. I know that the neighbor did some work with the previous owner at once upon a time, but this right here, we're able to, we have the refrigerator that came with the house. That's sort of a smaller one, but it's not very functional. I've spent a lot of time trying to purchase or look to find a larger type that would fit in this space nicely. and it doesn't work. And actually, even the one that's in there doesn't open completely. Because of this peninsula, like this design thing does not really work. And I do a lot of cooking. It's not in the picture because my kitchen's a mess, but I've got like shelving all in here, just for like a metal shelving here, trying to use the kitchen in the interim. But the idea, as in the plans, would be to eliminate this door and do cabinetry all on that wall. And so the downside, the one thing about work is going to be make it a little bit narrower. And then here with this, since it's a mason block construction, which is annoying because it's not just the practicalities and whatnot. You don't want to do too much to the mason block. But filling this in and stuccoing it, then moving a door to here. And I've not necessarily sourced, but the original idea whether would be to have just some sort of.
And this exterior walls to the rear of the house.
It's to the rear of the house.
And so you get in the space, I just.
Yeah, no, you can't really. I think technically now you
this
might be able to see it slightly because there's no fence. Oh yeah, so that's that right there.
Yeah.
So moving the fridge to this wall. And then this right here is a mock-up. So my uncle is a master carpenter who's done a whole bunch of work in Sacramento, the train depot, and I think he was offered the job at the Presidio in San Francisco. But he came and visited and helped me kind of work through some initial designs. Note here, this you only spent so much time doing the rendering. This looks like it's kind of a shaker style cabinetry, which is, we were hoping to do more of a slab doors that would be more in line with a mid-century modern. And this is not necessarily the product, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if
it should be in there somewhere.
There should be some sample pictures of sort of the predominant style. Sort of like, I was thinking kind of a cherry tone, maybe just a light. Oh, there it is. So something like this, where it's of that mid-century modern aesthetic. I'm not sure what wood that is precisely. I think I'll be back in the direction that you got down.
And yeah, at first when I saw the rendering, it did look like you were going really modern, but then I saw
Oh,
these pictures.
yeah, no. And then as is stated in the application, things are not necessarily finalized. It's very, I think, trying to get through the hurdle of the historic society, and also trying to source products and or a contractor is sort of a challenge. So my bias right now is I kind of would like to run natural gas in there, maybe do either a range and then do maybe a double oven. Possibly it'll just be a range / oven. It'll just be cabinetry upon those walls.
What year is the house?
The house is 1949. If memory serves me correctly, it might have been 1948.
I think it's 48. Yeah.
Thank you.
One of the two. Yeah.
But rendering is showing.
That's the actual. That's just a sample.
Exactly. I mean, I saw
yeah,
kind of mixed.
Oh yeah, this is a sample of the materials, like the style that we're going for.
Yeah.
The rendering is talking mostly about just the layout. And yeah, so our right now our walls are not gray. Yeah, so
I was just clarifying that the
front window
wasn't going to change to a.
No. Yeah, the window, we're not touching that.
So the only the exterior impact would be the door
Moving.
and replacing the window. Or,
Yes,
yeah, and so remove the window or extend it down. So how wide is that window now? Is it wider than the door?
it's wider than the door, and
So-
so it was probably one of the things there. Part of me wants to lot. I was initially thinking about doing the door and then doing
I
stained
just
glass or
thought I
something.
can fill that in, because it's
But
all about
this-
the detailing on the exterior at that point.
Yeah, well, so the idea here though, I think we might just do the door here just in order to, for functionality. To keep, wall space there, just for additional shelving and the like.
So the door that's there now, is that actually a regular size door or is that a narrow?
I think it's about, I think it's 28 if memory serves, but it's not a to code exterior door. It's either 28 or 29.
Yeah, so you need a code door going out into the back.
That would be the preference, yeah,
Yeah.
so, I mean, I don't think we'd be allowed just to move the door and with having a
Yeah,
non-code.
that's what I was kind of
Yeah,
getting at, is that you kind of have to put in a new door there.
yes.
So how are you proposing, so the exterior finish on that is it's concrete
Stucco.
block?
Oh, this, well, the it's concrete, the exterior portion is, white stucco. On block,
On block?
Yeah.
So your intention is to
fill it in
match
stucco.
that, to match
Yes,
everything
yes,
similarly?
Yeah.
So it looks seamless, I assume.
that's the idea.
Okay. Just clarifying.
I've never done too much, well, I've done a little bit. Right now, I'm I've done a little bit of patchwork, but, that would be something I'd like to contract out, and or. Yeah, contract out, or if my uncle was going to help me, he'd pretty much do.
Assemble your team of knowledgeable individuals.
I'll stop there, I didn't mean to hijack.
Oh,
the
no,
conversation.
the more you can tell, the better, because I'm just going off of what you would say.
Okay.
So yeah, go for them as much as you want.
And I guess I'm not sure we need to go through all the points, but, here, you can't necessarily see it in the photo, that was just the one person out. The dishwasher, this is like. The sizing of this is a little bit, for lack of a better term, funky. The dishwasher kind of extends out about 2 inches, which is weird, I mean, it's not ideal. Yeah, so that's a bit odd.
Is it just because the original cabinetry was?
I think the sizing's just a little bit odd, yeah.
Sizing, I don't know that there was
Those
the
are
same
metal,
standard sizing. My house is real, I mean, my house is.
The aesthetic of like, I do.
Really
it's kind of
funky,
Cool,
sizes and
but it's sort of,
counter
a
to-
little bit, I've noticed the
That-
spots where, there's been
really
previous,
weird.
there's, I think this looks really nice, because it's when purchasing the house is from the old Redfin, photos. But like, at least some of the cabinetry, it's got some dents here and there. One of the doors doesn't close completely, and fixing that, I've not necessarily tried to dissect it yet, but it looks. Yeah, all of the cabinetry is not necessarily in pristine shape, and I think upkeep of it is problematic with I know it sounds simple, but the paint on that gets dirty
Electrostatic.
and it does not clean nicely.
Yeah, to be able to redo it, we had metal cabinets.
And I think last time that they were redone, at least according to the neighbor, it just didn't really come out all that. He was saying like, oh, they did all this work and it didn't really come out all that nice. So we're hoping to maybe switch to.
So from my experience, there's still value in these.
Oh, I didn't,
cabinets.
no, I'm not saying,
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
If you remove them,
oh, we're not gonna
don't
just,
trash them, because there's a serious market out there for mid-century modern purists, especially that island.
yeah, I was
They
planning,
just like go nuts over it and at least give it a shot to
yeah,
repurpose it.
no, that was planning on doing that. And it's a little unfortunate. One of my different uncle is very much also into mid-century modern, and I guess the timing was off in that
Yeah.
he had just redid his kitchen, but had he known, he would have held off. But also we were thinking about maybe, I don't know if we have a space for them, but repurposing and we're using them in the garage and another function, but because
But they haven't left the site.
I mean, that's not said, I mean, I'd like to, unfortunately, I don't know how feasible that is because the garage itself is not expansive. So being able to find space for the cabinets might be, worst case scenario, as was suggested in the staff report, taking into Habitat for Humanity if they want.
Or even, Facebook Marketplace or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's avenues for historic preservation, or, there's just history that's out there.
Yeah,
Might be worth just a shot to see, because you might actually.
we were not planning on taking a sledgehammer to them or anything like that,
Yeah.
and also just kind of taking them.
I don't think we have the teeth really to demand that you do this, but
Yeah.
it sure would be nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we were planning on
Yeah.
trashing. It seems a shame to do that.
Yeah.
If nothing else, someone would be a use in some.
Oh, yeah, yeah. For all their quirks, they are historical, and some people just go duck all over. Yeah.
And I guess if we're doing all this work, one of the things that we would, it's not set in stone, but more than likely, there's the soffit above, kind of removal of the soffit, maybe doing higher cabinets. Which I think would look nicer and that it would have kind of a more cohesive wood tone. Yeah, and then another thing that was also requested was that right now the exhaust fan just goes into the attic, which seems problematic. And so if I'm actually making pasta, I usually I would like to use the fan, but I do not use the fan, and it steams up all the windows because I know that putting a whole bunch of moisture in the attic is not wise.
So let me take my commissioner hat off for a second and put on my building department hat.
Yeah.
If you leave it the way it is, it can stay that way, but if you change it out, it's gotta go out the roof. But my advice would be, get it out of that attic, because I have a friend that is replacing all his insulation. He's having to remove his roof sheathing.
Yeah.
And roofing because of all the mold that happened because of a fan that went into his attic.
Yes, so I would like,
That's not a good solution.
I would like to do that, and also there's a bathroom while doing, it's sort of tangential, I think it's number 2 on my to-do list. Just because currently at least 2 bathrooms vent into the attic. I think the third might as well, but one of them I'm not worried about because there's no shower. So that, I'm not sure if that one matters so much, but the other one that has a shower.
Where there's moisture being drawn out.
Yeah, no, that's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
And actually, if I could make a friendly, I don't know whether it's needed, but or extend it, any bathroom that potentially has vents into the attic. I think I only mentioned the main problem one, to maybe do some sort of venting. That would be a different size. I believe I don't know all the codes yet, but it seemed like it was suggested for, depending upon the size of the exhaust fan for the kitchen, using a 10-inch ducting is preferable.
Yeah, that's a conversation for your building department and get that
Oh,
all right with them.
But yeah, you need to get that vented out.
Is there any other information that we need to go over? Or?
What did that space across from the kitchen where the door and the window and stuff is, what is that now? Is that like a breakfast?
I mean, like, it's pretty much right now. It is. It's got like a steel storage rack there.
Oh, okay.
I've got a little bit of back what it is.
I was just curious.
There's a little table here. And then there's another, along this wall, there's another cabinet, and then we have like another kitchen. Because there's really, what was that?
Originally, it may have been a little eating nook or something.
It might have been, it didn't seem to have a lot of, but yeah, it may have done, so that's why.
So it's kind of, it was storage, it will be storage, and that's where you,
Well, I mean, I'm using it right now as storage. I think originally it was for some sort of kitchen nooking area. Which it seemed a little bit weird because the dining room is just right here. But
well,
it
there
gives you
was
two
formal,
different
there was
spaces.
formal dining and, informal stuff, but, we don't do that anymore, and
I
it's
just,
sort of,
yeah, I did not look at I did not add it. My uncle looked at it. If you just look at the kitchen counter space,
it's not.
especially without, like, right now we use the peninsula, even though it's this big. It's something like it's a very small, because this right here is metal, so this is where the dishes go. So there's the current layout, I think it might be like 8 or 9 feet of usable counter space, and that's including that little bit there. And I think the rule of thumb, my uncle was saying that you should have at least 13 feet for like kind of a small kitchen. So it's always kind of an issue.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, as much as I think that little peninsula is cool, I can see that it's also very impractical for a modern kitchen.
Yeah, refrigerators back in the 40s were a lot smaller.
Yeah, but, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, using that space, and then you have the pass through into the dining room if.
trying to open it up a little bit. So
Yeah.
there on that wall having, I assume that's probably gonna be where I'll probably do a lot of my prep work and
Yeah.
stuff still.
Yeah. You
But
never have enough counter space.
oh no, I use it up, but that'll be nice. And then also where the refrigerator is, that's gonna be actually a godsend, having additional counter space there.
Yeah.
Might have had more points in my proposal. I think we've done the main ones. But just to increase functionality and safety, and then perhaps also, I mean, it might help with the value of the property. I think perhaps we're able to purchase the property. I think people did kind of shied away from the kitchen in its current configuration a little bit. But that's conjecture. And then adjacent to these points, the exhaust fans for I would just actually, maybe I'll just put bathrooms rather than the main bathroom, just in case. While doing it, might make sense to do more. I guess I'll leave it at that, kind of lumping 0.1 and 0.2 of the proposal regarding the kitchen and
Well, I don't believe the Department of the Interior Standards gives us a lot of heat for saying you can't remodel the interior of your home. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, if you've read.
No, you're absolutely correct.
So my concern is that, as we were chatting, my concern mainly would be that the windows don't get altered. And if you're removing one, you're moving the door over, but the door would be something consistent with the flavor of the style, which what that would be, I don't know. And then the stucco gets repaired to match its adjacent.
that is the plan. I can't think of what else would be
No, it would be difficult to make it look right if you used anything other than probably stucco.
yeah, I mean, So I've not had a stucco person look at it, but that would be my aim, would be to have the stucco just.
Even if you would frame that opening and held it back and, so your depths are right, you could probably still stucco over your wood framing, when you patch your
Yeah.
door opening.
I mean, the only thing I could think of, well, a couple of things here. Number one, all of that on the exterior of the house, pretty much you don't see. It's not really visible from the road.
Yeah, a little bit on the side if you really get stretchy in your neck.
Well, no, but and
I
then,
love the house, so I rubberneck quite a bit. So
yeah. Right now, it still will have a relatively great deal of windows and doors. Because within the current state, the back of the house. Technically speaking, I guess it'll all
just to scale.
Well, let's see here. Okay, so this is be the roof on hip. And then here, there's. Oh, I guess you don't see it there. There's a door here, window. That's under the overhang.
Okay.
Dining room. And actually, my scale here is not good because this is smaller.
Yeah.
Here, this goes like this. Kind of it's not quite the same. But there's a door here that's not really. I think it's from the 90s. Nothing. Or 80s. I think it's from the 90s. This is not a nice garage. These are garage and and so this so right now, as far as the doors, this one is this is a door. That's a window that used to be a door once upon a time. It's unclear. Door, and so I don't know whether I have not looked at whether we can match the door exactly or the light, but
so
currently
this door over here goes into living.
So, sorry.
What is that character?
This right here, the dining room is here. This is open. There's a little.
Yeah.
So actually, there will be a little bit of a symmetry that here, this is framed in with sharp right angles. A lot of the angles on the house are kind of rounded corners. It will be kind of consistent back in here between the dining and then the kitchen. That this pass through will have sort of be framed. Well, the idea would be to have it framed in similarly.
So what's the character or the design of this door over on your thing?
On the living room?
Yeah, that one. What is it? Is
it
French door?
This one, no, this is just
like a one panel door.
I believe it's a one panel. And so here, what is probably going to be easier would be to match the style of this.
So where I'm kind of going is, if it's a one panel door, then
yeah,
a one panel door over here would look good, or even a French door would match kind of that one panel look. That's where I'm going with this.
The issue with the French door would be two.
No, I mean, okay, a full light door, I should say, instead of a French. Or a single glass door.
Oh, yeah. So
a French door has, I don't know, the terminology.
I thought the French door was just that you had.
Well, the French door has, not always in the architectural world, but the French door has bigger frame. And so it's a single French door. I mean, it's just bizarre. It's one of those weird things that.
I lived in France, but I was not familiar with this.
It's weird terminologies, but it's a single light door. I mean, technically.
So the idea would be that this, not to scale, would be just to move this over and kind of do this.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
The only thing I could think of as a hiccup, which is not necessarily the intent, is that if matching that stucco is ends up just being problematic, I would not want to change, I mean, the only thing I could think of would be to. This is just thinking on the fly, would be whether or not to make a built-in cabinetry or something there. Maybe just make it like cabinetry, so it doesn't stand out, but maybe is of use.
Yeah.
The intent, on the exterior.
On the
Because
exterior.
I'm just thinking of that, if that ends up, if the stucco ends up being very problematic. I don't think
In
it
lieu of-
would be.
In lieu of, okay, I'm just clarifying, so instead of stucco, if that fantasy doesn't happen and it just becomes problematic that you put the cabinetry rather than trying to put some weird.
Yeah,
Like,
Not a
and
pattern.
then do
I
like
think
white,
that-
I think that, I did that.
that would be better than just a patch of siding.
Yeah, no, I would not, yeah, so.
You see where I'm going with that? Yeah.
The intent is for stucco,
Yeah.
but.
But it's a fairly plain stucco. It's not a patterned stucco, is it?
Yeah, I've just not done too much, with
Yeah.
the stucco,
I've
just used trowel type stuff, and I've not done, I think looked into, it should be.
I mean, it should be
doable.
fairly simple, it's less pattern. I just came from a town that had tons of stuccoed houses, and they're all in these really elaborate patterns and things on the exterior of their homes, that I was going, I don't think that that's your house, I mean, I think it's very plain, it's just stuccoed over the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be, probably the trickiest part is matching the color.
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't think that's.
Well,
gonna be hard.
I was not foreseeing, I was just
Yeah.
saying, the only thing I could think of was contingent there, if it did end up looking a
Yeah.
little bit naff, the only solution that pops into my mind of a kind of a quasi fix would be to throw in like a
Yeah.
cabinetry there.
Again,
I don't-
this isn't the primary facade,
Yeah.
so
No.
I think.
And then once you put the fence up,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you have two primary facades sort of on the side, on the corner lot. This one back there, if you're proposing a fence as well. So I think it would just be like advisable to say, do the best you can and.
Oh, yeah.
Not a patch of like lap siding or something,
I would-
something more tasteful than that.
No, I was.
And I think, I would make a motion to some degree, I don't know how to word all that, or, that we would accept it on that contingent.
How about a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness with the recommendation that unused cabinets be donated rather than discarded, and that the exterior be finished in a way that's compatible with the existing.
I would so. You worded it very well.
Yeah.
I do not want to repeat
Well,
that.
that gives him some room to,
Latitude,
Oh, no, I was
but also.
yeah.
Yeah.
it was, I'm a little bit.
second.
Since I've
You've done a
I've
great
not-
job explaining,
Yeah.
so it's.
I've not done stucco work, and so I just. I
No, there's
figured
a
it's
little
probably not too bad.
Self-preservation in it, just kind of, I could really mess this up.
I second.
One thing really quick before, I just want to let you guys all know too, I did do some research into the fence. 1950s did have quite a lot of horizontal slat fencing, so that too is historically with it.
Grew up in the same era of house and that, this is a better looking fence than that, but it fits the theme's character.
Well, I'm not sure what it'll look like exactly. Those were just the samples that I liked that were sort of along the lines.
Yeah.
My current plan is pretty much to get the materials and kind of first make like a panel to have my wife, approve it, so to speak.
Well, there seems to be a theme to kind of go with the horizontal flavor.
Yeah, I think it would.
And what that does aesthetically, so the rancher style home, it was long and low and horizontal, so I think it's just gonna play up the design.
Yeah, and I guess, well, I'm not sure what, I don't know, as far as the voting goes and the like, do you want to talk about the fence now or?
Oh, I just wanted to put it really quick into the record because it was.
That
Yeah.
does wrap into it too.
Yeah.
It's,
So does your motion include approval of the fence as
we have
proposed?
discussed it, because the others are.
I think the horizontal fence, I don't really, all of these kinds of designs are. They're very nice. Very nice, and so you're planning on coming off the front and then just doing the whole around, or?
Right now, it's at present, I think that after I sent in the application where when you look at the
There's
the top of the lot.
Yeah, and I see this.
Yes. Usually have more pens on me, and I think so the lot looks like this with the house. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I put in here that this would all be enclosed. The driveway is there, that this would be enclosed here. The difference of the topography between this lot and the next lot are too much of a hassle, so this will probably just be at the back of the house, so it'll be even less obtrusive. Based upon my measurements, with the setback, I thought aesthetically it makes sense to go off the corner of the house and do something like this. This right here would be kind of a storage-esque area. And so the fence would be here to here with approximately a 7.5 foot setback to make up to code. And I think this distance is like, I think it's like 26 or 27. So it shouldn't have any issues with the corner sightline for zoning, I believe.
Yeah, so I will amend my motion to include a horizontal fence or character fence.
Mhm.
And I second.
Under 7 feet, in parts due to the difference here, I guess. If it's under 7, the backwood drops there, it might kind of stagger and be slightly longer than, or taller than 6 feet in places, but not above 7 anywhere.
The planner and me is going to talk after we finish this motion, but
Any nays? Ayes?
Aye.
Okay.
when you get your fence permit, I'll be the guy that looks at it, and I'm not sure what that dimension is from the side yard over there, but we'll go across all that when you permit for that fence. This is that dimension from this curve.
From here?
Yeah, I'll have to double check.
Oh. I thought it was well, I think we talked briefly. I think I looked it up, at least to my knowledge, it needs to be 7.5 foot.
I'm kind of thinking that's right, but I'm just putting the caveats.
And I don't know if there's any easement, like whether if the city thinks it would look nicer, having it extend further, that's fine by me. But I think it's meant to be
For a
7.5.
6 or 7 foot fence, it has to be back a certain distance.
Yeah.
If you were to drop it down to 4, it could go closer. That's for another day.
Okay. Y'all's hair. Thank you very much.
I want to sign your drawings before.
Thank you for working so hard to keep
Yeah.
the character of your old house. That's very much appreciated.
No, I'm
So that's,
thankful that the transition to a different material for those cabinets is.
yeah. Well, again, if you're able to repurpose the cabinets,
Oh, yes.
that'd be awesome. Or pass them on to someone else who would appreciate them. That'd be wonderful.
Will do. I'm not frugal and I don't like to waste much.
Yeah, thank you for presenting because you did a lot better job than I could have. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one.
Good night.
Okay. Kelly House?
So the Kelly House, the applicant is Chris Galando. And this is the one I started off with. He's proposing a second bathroom on the southwest side of the house, an 8 foot by 10 foot bathroom. He's on a corner lot, but it's not going to be visible from either Second or D Street because of how it's positioned. He says he'll have the siding match the current siding, and it's in a baby blue with white trim. One of the effects of listing with the register is prior to any work, he has to get this certificate of occupancy. This one does hit on quite a few Secretary of standards. The property will be used as it is historically or be given a new use. Any change to its distinctive materials, features, spaces, and spatial relationships. So because this is adding a new addition to the house, it is changing the spatial relationships and spaces a little bit. The historical character of the property shall be retained and reserved, and any removal of historical materials or alteration of features and spatial characteristics of the property should be avoided. But he's going to have to kind of remove some of the siding to add this addition and make it open to everything else. So standard 9 is the big one. New additions, exterior alterations, or related new construction shall not destroy historical materials, but it's kind of unavoidable if he wants to add this in the area. And as we said on the other one, it's not on the front facade, so it's not really going to be visible.
It really is. You'd have to like walk up into the other person's property to really get a view in there. So, you know, and you need another bathroom in a modern house.
And that's one thing I was a little like concerned about, because they do want, like, they do say for new designs, they want it to be comparable but differentiated. But I believe that having a different siding on this bathroom would look really, really bad compared to the rest of the house. So I do believe that having the siding and everything look the same, even though it's not what they would like, especially.
The spirit of the standards, if you get into them very much, is my impression is that you either make it as clean as possible to match, or definitely not. You make there's no if, ands, or buts. It's either brand new or you try and do your best to match. And so that's the spirit of it that I've ever discovered.
Yeah.
And my opinion is that if they have to take siding off to put the addition on, if the siding can be salvaged and reused on the addition, that's an option.
They're not destroying like some wonderful cornice work or something that's only there. And you know, it's the only remaining piece that which I doubt. It doesn't sound like they are.
And it would come up in the building permit process as well.
So.
And so, it is going to be really close, like Terry was saying. There are a lot of guidelines for new additions to historical buildings, but it could all be addressed in the building permits phase. Especially like at Brandon, Terry, everyone's keeping their eye on it. And especially as Cole says, one of the conditions for the building permit could be, try to retain the materials, especially if it's backed in this proposal. The new proposal, the bathroom addition will require minimal change to the home's functions, features, or spatial relationships. So it is changing it, but very minimal. It's only 8 foot by 10 foot, very small bathroom.
Do you know if there's like, is there an existing door, or is they're going to be knocking a new door into the?
He didn't provide very many plans. The only thing he provided was these hand-drawn plans.
Yeah.
And so it looks like it'll be connected within the inside. So he might be knocking down a wall and putting in a door in the inside.
Yeah.
He does have a window on the wall, and that's about it. So
I was going to say if there was a window or something there that maybe he could reuse it on the bathroom or something.
But the place that he is, it's if you were walking along D Street, that portion of the building used to be a garage that was at some point converted to living space. And I don't even think there's a window in that. We toured the inside of the building once upon a time when it was listed on the historic register. And I remember it being a very dark and enclosed kind of a room. So if he puts a window in his bathroom, it would probably brighten things up a lot.
Yeah.
Well, is that portion behind the garage in the addition? It almost looks like it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That little L shape has been an addition.
Probably
Now
was.
they're putting an addition next to an addition.
I think there were multiple additions in the first 20 years of its life.
Yeah.
It was
Which
once upon a
they're
time a little single room storefront. I believe this is the location where the Northwest Tribune was published at one point.
Not that I mean,
If you check the research on the Kelly House, there was some kind of a newspaper
There was a newspaper further down the block. The Sentinel was not on the corner, but in the about two buildings down to the west.
The story on
And,
the Kelly house is that it was once a commercial building. It was added on to, and I can't remember the fellow's name now, but as it was added on to, they kept adding exterior doors because the woman of the house had such a fear of there being a fire and being trapped inside the house. So it's a strange little rabbit warren with lots of exterior doors.
And there's no exterior door back to where he's at.
I don't think so, because I think that garage came along later. And
Yeah, the garage was an addition, a later addition. But I mean, really, it's one of those things that unless you're walking down the alley or going on the other people's property, it's not going to affect the portion of the building that we see as you go down the street or up the hill.
Again, it's not the primary facade.
And so I don't know that we need to get too into.
The only thing I do worry about, and it's more of a building permit situation, is foundation on blocks with cement. And I'm not sure what the code is for that, but like that'd be more of a building permit.
Yeah, but Brandon will straighten them out on that. And that could just be lack of knowledge of terminologies, on their part too. They may,
So yeah, that's pretty much it. He didn't give too much details on this, unfortunately. We're gonna have to really get on it with the building permit.
Yeah, I think,
about
I mean,
reusing some
if the intention, I guess, and Sue is better at wording motions, but if the intention is to try to, use the same colors and the same kind of style of siding and stuff on the exterior, so that's not an obvious, big thumb on, a building. And, the baby blue paint is relatively recent anyway, in terms of its history. So, I would move that, any of the details are gonna be hammered out in the building permit process. And say, get your bathroom.
But you should try to preserve the significant historical material.
Yeah,
as well.
right, yeah. Try to preserve what, if there are materials there.
That sounds like a motion, and if it is, I'll second.
It was kind of a motion.
It was a wiggle, not a motion, just a wiggle.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And then we don't have the forms to sign yet because we'll have to write it up with the conditions that we approved, and we'll let you know when we get them for you.
Okay. So now we have commissioner reports. Does anybody have anything to bring up? Not really. We did a tour of downtown and we got rained and hailed on back in May.
I talked to somebody who had attended and they were just thrilled though. They had a great time.
Yeah.
I figure out how to do that. Paul was there, we got wet.
Yes, I was glad I wore the right jacket.
Yeah.
No, we could have gone for another hour. It was really nice.
Think about, is to tell people that it's either like a 2-hour tour or break it up into a different kind of thing, because there's too many stories and people ask questions, and we had a good time, and we got to peek inside the one building that's being remodeled where Dr. Miller's office was and that stuff. And since it was all gutted, it was like, yeah, you can look in here and we can see all the way this really looks. So that was a lot of fun.
It was a good time. Michelle, who was on that tour, got a tour of the Masons building since then recently, and apparently she said it was very good.
That's all I know.
Just an interesting tidbit. Nothing. No, leave this off the record. This is just an interesting tidbit. The last of the Mercury 13, the female astronauts who never got to go to space, passed away yesterday.
At what age?
She was 87.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I knew her when I lived in Texas, and so I was on the short list of, hey, you need to know. Wally Funk, she was the one who got to go to space, actually go to space in 2021.
Cool.
So she was the only one that actually made it out of the stratosphere of the women, but she was getting old, so it's just a sad. But
Yeah.
since we have an astronaut from our town, it's interesting.
Oh, she's from Cheney?
No,
No,
Yeah.
we
Anderson.
I'm referencing Anderson. We have an astronaut from Cheney, so astronaut related history is semi-irrelevant.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
You didn't know about the highways named after him.
Oh, well, because I'm newly here to Cheney, so yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll forgive you.
He's an import.
Yeah.
I attended a Main Street Strategies meeting or conference today up at Hargrave. Yeah, that building was amazing. I already kind of shared that. I hadn't been inside. And, but a lot of small towns got together to talk about revitalization, and it was well presented and well received and great networking opportunity. And I'm looking forward to, once we get this comp plan out of my hair, working diligently to help our businesses implement Main Street. It's been in my heart and soul for many, 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 many years. And I just can't wait to share that knowledge and help out CMA and whatnot. So it was a good time today.
That sounds like a worthy cause. I'm in.
Okay, staff reports?
Well, I do want to just say and apologize. We've been short-staffed. Susan, Anita, and I are taking on an extra person's job lately while transitioning. So there's been a lot going on, and we are updating the comprehensive plan. And so my head's really been in the comprehensive plan, and I haven't focused very much on this historic preservation. I apologize for this time. I have a meeting with the planning commission on Monday, and so I've been.
Well, Travis, if this is representative of your worst day, I'll give you a pass.
We'll still take it.
Yeah.
No apologies necessary. Things happen. We still had our meeting. We still accomplished our goals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yes, I will mention that we've received an application for a demolition of Dryden Hall. The university is planning to remove it and build a new residence hall in its place.
Where's Dryden Hall? Which one is that?
Cedar
North
and,
of
10th? No, it's beyond 10th. Is that 11th or 12th?
I think it's
between 10th and 11th.
I think it's on North 11th.
Yeah, I know it's on 10th, yeah. And
It's kind of
it's on the
back.
north side of the street.
Yeah.
Cedar, yeah. It's hard to explain.
Oh,
It
that
really, that's the thing. It turns its back on everything, and it's a lot of brick and very small windows
Yeah.
and a lot of trees and stuff. And
I probably walked past it many
it's a
times,
shame
but
that
just
they're
never
carrying it
really
down.
noticed it.
I
Well,
could probably write a whole thing on why it should be historical, but you know,
you can convince them to name the next one after Cecil Drive.
well, we have
it's
our
the intersection of Cedar and North 9th.
9th?
oh,
Yeah.
we
It's
development
it
meeting.
looks contemporary with one of the dorms over at Gonzaga that I'm familiar with. That was a cinder block prison on the inside.
That's what I think when I see those circular ones. Prison tower almost.
Oh, really?
They're the salt and pepper shakers. That's what I always call them.
Shakers, beer cans, silos. It depends on what area you're from.
Okay, notice the plate roofing, this concrete roof, that is iconic. I'm really trying to encourage them. They're wanting to tear both those down.
I know
And
that,
No,
that's part of the Cheney
keep-
skyline. I
I
think
know,
that would be the gray area.
I'm trying to get, like, at the very least spoon feed them to keep one of the folded plate roof structures as like a picnic structure, because they're wanting to make it this big grassy lawn.
Oh, that would be sad.
This is in their, I attended their master plan steering committee, so it's like just spitballing stuff. It's nothing in the works, but
I mean,
okay, good.
those buildings are,
oh, they want to tear it down.
yeah, that's just, it's,
That was the consensus by all of them in there. They wanted those to go.
they're in the now, not,
That's too bad.
which is, because it's part of the skyline.
If they would turn me loose, I could update those fairly easily,
I know,
design
and
wise.
whether it was, whether you used it as a dorm or, I mean, shoot, make it disregard.
Or salt and pepper storage or something.
Yeah.
Make it fun. I can't imagine Cheney without them.
No, it'll be different.
Should I say that I remember Cheney before them?
You don't have to say it very loud.
Well, I think I did.
There you go. When they showed up, were they embraced by the community, or were they kind of treated like an eyesore?
Kids, so I just thought they were cool. Cause the one, Pierce Hall went first.
The tilt-up concrete structures are interesting.
Yeah,
And they're-
But I mean, they're just so, considering where they are, so unique to Cheney.
Yeah.
And that they have, each generation named them something. And you can see them from miles around. That is part of the Cheney skyline. It's just really sad
I could
that
make them look incredibly cool.
that the university has no appreciation of
It
Way-
sounds like we need to find a person to start the preservation of the shakers.
Save our salt and pepper shakers.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Is that all?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are we done?
Okay, and I move to adjourn?
That sounded
cool.
like
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
we got it.
Right.
Paul, before you disappear, and Sue, I'm giving you this stuff to kind of review. We're gonna deaccession these two items, this trunk and this photograph, and we had, first of all, that they really should go to you. But you need to let me know whether
Okay.
you want them or not.
I will share this with Cole.
Yeah.
When I see you on Saturday.
I will probably email it to you before then because I'm not gonna remember to bring paper with me on Saturday.
Okay, but yes,
Okay.
I will
Okay.
gladly
Fair enough.
have a look at those.
Awesome.
Yes, and
Great.
Sue, I am working on, thank you for the QR code that you sent me for Saturday. And I'm
Yep.
working on improving some signage for a couple of things, just to make the merchandising a little easier.
Okay,
So
awesome. Well, I will see you Saturday morning then.
sounds good. And
Right.
for you guys working for the city with when you're down a man, thanks for all you're doing. You guys are doing a lot.
Feels like it.
I feel like I need to fire up the oven and like bake y'all something.
Oh,
Does anybody have allergies?
no,
Okay.
no.
So, I'll get there.
If you get around to it, that would be lovely. Otherwise, just thanks for doing the booth stuff, so I don't have to think about it.
And the fact that it sounds like I'll have some help will be just fine.
Awesome.
So, all right. Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Good night, Cole.
Just talk to that one.